Monica woke up before her alarm, just like she always did on special days. For a moment, she lay still, listening to the silence, feeling the familiar dead weight of her legs. Else had taken their strength, but not her arms. Her arms had become her wings. She reached for her phone. "It's my day," she whispered. On the wall was a photo of her racing wheelchair. Light frame, thin wheels, shining rims. Her chariot. A little later her mom came in. "Ready, champ?" Monica's smile was wide and determined, more than ready. Getting ready was a choreographed routine. The transfer to her daily chair, pulling on her blue tech shirt, the special gloves to protect her hands. Every move was refined through months of practice. Today wasn't just a race. It was about proving to herself that one word still existed in her life: speed. The track was a whirlwind of sound and color. The air smelled of rubber and fresh-cut grass. Monica's coach, Luca, ran up to her. "There you are, Lioness. How are you feeling?" "A little nervous." "But that's a good sign, right?" "It's the best sign." They went to her racing chair. It was lower, sleeker. Monica ran her hand over the cool metal frame. "Today, we do what we do in practice," Luca reminded her. "Strong, controlled start, then long, steady strokes. That last curve is yours. We've practiced it 1,000 times." Monica nodded. Each word was a piece of the puzzle falling into place in her mind. The transfer to the racing chair was a precise ritual. Luca steadied the frame. A volunteer held her other chair. Monica used her core and arms to swing her body into the narrow seat. Once settled, she felt the straps secure her legs and waist. She was one with the machine. "How does it feel?" Luca asked. "Like I'm perfectly locked in." "Good. Remember to relax your shoulders at the start." The announcer's call echoed. 400-meter wheelchair athletes to the starting line. Monica rolled onto the red track, the wheels making a soft, musical whir. She was in her element. Other athletes were nearby, each in their own pre-race bubble. "On your marks!" The starter's voice cut through the air. Monica leaned forward, hands gripping the push rims. Her heart pounded, but her breath was steady. Set. Time stretched. Her muscles tensed like coiled springs. The gunshot cracked. Monica exploded into motion. Her hands drove the rims down and back. The chair leaped forward. The first 3 pushes were short, powerful bursts. Then she lengthened her strokes, finding a rhythm. The still air turned into a breeze against her face. The whir of the wheels grew into a steady hum. Push, release, push, release. There was no time for thoughts of ALS, of difficult days. There was only the mechanics of her body and the track beneath her. 50 meters in, she hit her cruising speed. The rhythm became an internal song. 2 pushes, 1 deep breath in, 2 pushes, 1 long breath out. In her peripheral vision, she saw another racer, a girl with a red headband keeping pace. The crowd's noise blended into a single wave of sound. Every now and then, a sharp "Go Monica" would cut through, giving her a small jolt of energy. She hit the first curve. This was tricky. She leaned her body inward, using her inside arm for controlled, shorter pushes, while her outside arm drove with wider, more powerful strokes. It was like steering 2 different horses with a single mind. The centrifugal force pulled at her, but the straps held her firm. Coming out of the turn, she felt her arms burned. But this was the stretch she knew best. A slight headwind pushed against her. Instead of letting it discourage her, she used it as a metronome. Each gust was met with a slightly stronger push. She thought for a second about her diagnosis, the heavy words from the doctors. Then she imagined those words falling onto the track, crushed under her wheels. They didn't define her. These meters, this fire in her arms, defined her. Then came the final curve, the one she and Luca called their curve. "When you enter that last curve," he had told her, "imagine you're leaving all the weight behind. You're just flying low over the track." The pain in her arms was screaming now, but a strange mental clarity took over. She increased her cadence, pushing faster, almost frantically, but still in control. The chair responded, accelerating just enough. She exited the curve and saw the final straightaway, a long, red ribbon of hope. The finish line seemed to float in the distance. The crowd's roar grew louder. Monica threw herself into the final sprint. Her arms were molten stone, but they kept moving. She was side by side with another racer now. They were perfectly aligned. She wasn't trying to beat him. She was trying to beat everything that had ever tried to stop her. 5 more strokes, she counted. 4, 3, 2, 1. On the last push, she threw all her fear and struggle into the rims. She crossed the line, chest forward, breath gone, eyes shining. The chair slowed to a stop. Monica dropped her head, gasping for air. Her arms trembled, not from weakness but from victory. She heard her name being screamed, saw Luca running toward her with a huge grin. She didn't know her placement yet. It didn't matter. She had turned her wheelchair into freedom, into speed, and she thought to herself with a deep sense of peace, today I showed myself and the world that my story isn't just about a diagnosis. It's about starts, curves, and finish lines. And this is just one of many races I will run.